Hey, everybody. Hey, okay, it's working. Gotcha. All right. Is it working? That should be good. That should be good. How's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for hopping on into tonight's Friday Fright Night. How's everybody doing? Movie fan, how you doing? Creepy, Cody, Anna, John, Nick, and Thor. Um, if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Neve's World? Neve's World? Maybe he's probably right. I hope so. You can kill me. That's okay. I actually respect it. I apologize. I really do. Look, this man's updated with countdown and everything. Yeah. Oh yeah. I bought this little setup a couple months ago. How's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for hopping on in, and I do apologize for the lack of content. These past couple days, I caught a bug yesterday, and it was not leaving me. It was pretty harsh. And by the way, hit that like button if you're hopping on in here. We have 12 viewers, 17 viewers, and only 3 likes. Do me a solid, hit that like button. It means the world. And how's your days going? You guys got any plans for the weekend? Like any horror movies you plan on watching? Any like hauntings you plan on watching? I really hope your channel is doing fine after those strikes you got. I didn't get no strikes, guys. I did not get no strikes. I am being warned about possible strikes. They are sending the warnings or the videos to the person who could give me strikes, but I haven't gotten the strikes yet, to my knowledge. It hasn't let me know, at least, that I've been striked. On vacation, enjoying the sun. Nice. It's feeling like summer out right now. My room is kind of warm. I have to turn my AC off to actually, because if I had my AC on, you guys would be able to hear it with the way my microphone is set up, so I have to turn my AC off, so it's going to get a little warm in here. It's my last day of work today. Oh, wow. Is it really? Wow. Hey, Rhiannon, how you doing? Thank you so much for making it. He's a professional streamer now. I try to be as professional as I can. Turn on a fan. Even then, you would still hear it. Like, it would be loud. Because you guys can hear everything right now. Church is over there in the corner, and if he decided he wanted to start meowing, you guys would probably hear it. Will you watch the Winnie the Pooh horror film? I did, and it wasn't good. No, everybody's saying it wasn't a good movie. And that's kind of something I was expecting. I wasn't expecting no Oscar contender. I wasn't expecting even a good movie. I was just hoping it was going to be so bad it's good. And for the most part, that's what I've heard about it, is that people are saying it's so bad, it's kind of enjoyable, which is a plus. Because, I'm okay with movies like that every now and then. I don't need no, awesome... I don't need a black phone every week, right? I don't need... what was another fantastic movie that came out? There's a lot of good horror films. Barbarian. I don't need, no barbarians every weekend, Jordan, you gotta come to California. That'd be fun. Have you watched Scream 6? I have not seen Scream 6 yet. No. I really want to see it, though. How are you feeling? Hey, Michael, thank you so much for hopping on in. Sebastian, snow is still falling up here. That's crazy that you're getting snow, man. It is hot outside right now. It's not, burning up hot, but it's still pretty warm. Who doesn't love cheesy horror films? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, Nick and Thor. There's a lot of people out there who really do not like them. I like your Puppet Master reactions. It's a series that deserves more attention. I agree. I haven't even finished. I haven't even gone past part 3 yet. I haven't even seen any of the movies past part 3. Only because the reactions aren't getting a lot of likes and love. So I just decided to kind of take a step back and just let them sit for a while, let them simmer, and see if they get more love. I saw the Super Mario Bros. Movie on Saturday before Easter of a couple days ago. It lived up to my expectations. I love the animation, funny characters, and references to the video games. Don't spoil, but that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. My friend called me right after he went and saw the Mario Bros. Movie, and he was immediately like, dude, I fucking love this movie. I love it. He's like, it's one of those ones I feel like I can watch over and over again. And I'm like, damn, I need to go see this thing. It's 87 degrees out there. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's wicked hot. Scream 6 is my favorite of the franchise. Yeah, I think you mentioned that. Yeah. I might just relax and try to catch up on movies and I had no time to watch before. That's a good idea. Respectable. Ooh. It's 75 in Phoenix. I was outside earlier. If I had to guess, I'd probably say it's probably around 60s, 70s outside right now. It's pretty warm. Hello, all good to see you. The last voyage of the Dementor look. Oh yeah, it does. The Dementor looks impressive, dude. It looks so good. It made me so happy to watch that trailer last night. I did get some trailer reactions kicked out because, trailers are only a couple minutes long, and I thought, you know what, they dropped a few more. I'm going to go ahead and react to a couple. And I did, and one of them was the last voyage of the Dementor. And man, does it look awesome. I was so genuinely surprised by how that looked. I was like, it's about fuck. I almost dropped a tear. A little tear almost came down my face, and I'm like, it's about time, man. We get a cool looking horror film that's a vampire movie. It looks like a creepy vampire movie. And I was just so genuinely surprised because it's been so long since we've gotten one of those that I just felt like it was a dying breed. And I'm hoping it actually is scary, and if it's not cheesy or oddly action-filled, I'm hoping it's not action, because I'm tired of vampire action movies too. I want to see more horror-related vampire stuff. I think it wasn't a bad movie, but what was it called? Dracula Untold was okay in a sense, but at the same time, it's kind of disappointing because you really wanted more horror aspects to it. It was just, the horror stuff mostly took part in that cave scene, and then everything else was just kind of action. You have to look for a new job, which will take a while. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I'm not home yet. I'm just I'm just waiting on a prescription at Walgreens, but I wanted to say hi. Hey, Carolyn, thank you so much for making it. Glad to see that you made it. And I completely understand. I'm sending you Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Silver, and Rattlers for your birthday, Jordan. Oh, damn. You can unbox early, Jordan. No, I'm not going to unbox early. I've already done one of those. I don't want to do it again. I'm not going to unbox early. If you send me anything right now, it's going to be saved for the birthday live stream. The more the merrier, the more packages the better. So if you're going to send me anything, make sure it's for July 2nd, because that is when I plan on doing the giant unboxing video, and I need as many gifts as possible if you guys send anything. So please don't ask me to unbox stuff early anymore. It was fun at the time to do that one, but I would rather just have a giant, like, couple-hour live stream where I'm sitting here unboxing stuff and talking about things. I think that would be a lot more fun than just unboxing things one at a time throughout the months. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, Kayleen, thank you so much for hopping on, and glad to see that you made it. And by the way, guys, I see a lot of you guys are not hitting that like button. Hit that like button. Easy to do. Go down to the thumbs up and just click it really quick, and then come right back up to the live stream. Is the 2019 version of Child's Play any good? Well, I might get some hate for this, but I thought it was pretty damn decent. It's not like an amazing movie, like by any mean stretch of the imagination. It's a good time, in my personal opinion. It was one of the more surprising, more recent remakes slasher films I had seen. I will be 27 on July 2nd. Yeah, I'm 26 right now. So I'm going over the halfway point to 30 right now, like almost to the 20s. Which I still got like 4 or 5 years left before I'm like out of the 20s, but still kind of crazy to think about. Saw the trailer on Netflix and you were debating on if you should watch it or not. I'd say give it a shot. I know a lot of people are probably going to give me a lot of shit for that, but I'd say give it a shot. When I was looking for a horror movie to watch, I saw Skinamarink in theaters, and as a shock, I didn't really like it at all, mostly because it's uncomfortable, unsettling, and extremely anxious. And I think that's the good reasons on why it's probably not watchable. I mean, at least, it was because it was unsettling is why it was a not a good movie to watch. It was just, I didn't really like the feeling of it. And that's the effect of the movie, which is a good thing, I think. And there's not a lot of movies that are made like Skinamarink. I enjoyed it for that reason. It's not one I'm going to go back to and watch over and over again. I think it's one of those ones where it's like a one-time watch. All right, that was good. Maybe with a friend. If I had a friend, I would maybe watch it again. But as a standalone movie, it was a good one-time watch, unsettling, creepy movie, and that's all there is to it. I saw the trailer on Netflix. Let's see here. Old Man Jordan, watching the thing on Netflix. When will Megan 2 come out? So dope. Loved it. I don't know. I don't think they have a release date for Megan 2 yet. I think it's going to be at least a couple years before Megan 2 probably hops on out. First one was pretty good. I absolutely love scary, unsettling in movies that make you feel uncomfortable. Same here. Same. Blair Witch Project. I actually think Blair Witch Project handled it better than Skinamarink. Skinamarink did it good. It's just I think there's too much of just sitting around and doing nothing and looking the whole time, which is fun in a sense, obviously, but like at the same time you want a little bit more. You need a little bit more of how do I say it? And by the way, those are the bells. Don't freak out. Those are church bells down the road. And I think where it slacked a little bit was the dialogue. I think we needed more dialogue in the movie to keep us more entertained. It was very much spaced out. When does Crystal Lake come to TV? I think they have it scheduled for next year, if I'm not mistaken. Have you seen the Drive-Thru series? I have not seen the Drive-Thru series. Not yet. Not to my knowledge, no. No, I have not. I need to. I probably need to, though. There's a lot of stuff I need to catch up on. There's a lot of stuff. I need to finish The Last of Us still. Get that shit kicked out on Netflix and members. Gosh, I am slacking in so many departments right now. I really am. And it's my fault. I just have a lot going on. Family, like my house life, and YouTube now. There's just a lot going on these past few weeks. Slick your hair back. I would, but I don't like it. I've tried it before, and I'm just not a fan. I'm a very self-conscious person, conscious person, so like when I start doing things and I look in the mirror and I see I don't like it, I will not do that ever again. I promise you, I'm one of those people. No doubt there's going to be a Terrifier 3. No doubt. The last one apparently was so damn bloody and gory, it got a lot of good feedback. There's no doubt there's going to be a sequel. The last movie that made me feel uncomfortable was Orphan I still have yet to see Orphan from 2009. Yeah. I've been told by a lot of people, check out Orphan, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm sure it's good. I have no doubt. I actually just got Paramount Plus, which has Orphan on it, so maybe that one will be coming out sooner than later. I need to figure out my setup still. I still have to get a better setup, and I'm doing my utmost best to get enough money to get myself a new PC and new equipment and everything, so hopefully I can get that thing, I can start doing that more, because my setup right now ain't going to cut it, or I'm going to keep getting copyright claims. So again, patrons, supporters to my channel, I'm not making a lot of ad revenue. Most of the stuff I've posted these past few weeks have all been copyright claimed, barely, and then the stuff that haven't been copyright claimed are barely getting any views anyway, so it's not looking good for me on ad revenue right now. So, yeah, that's why I'm pushing for Patreon and members, because it's like right now my channel's not making a lot, and it's understandable. It makes sense. I'm reacting to a lot of copyright claim stuff. It's been happening for a while, and I've known it was going to happen, where it's going to happen a lot, all the time, really. It's a trailer. Oh, my cat's coming over to me. No, he's not. He's laying on the carpet over there. I thought he was literally going to come over to me. You have a lot of editing to do with Terrifier 2 reaction. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be editing, dude. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The last time I edited a movie reaction was The Children. That was a couple weeks ago, and my arms fucking killed me that night. Oh, it was bad. That is the problem with editing my own reactions now. My own movie reactions. Let me specify. Movie reactions take almost a full day to edit. And it's one of the reasons why I got nerve damage in my arms to begin with, because I was pushing myself to edit as many movie reactions as I possibly could. Remember, I was editing movie reactions for almost 2 years straight until I started getting nerve damage. And it was just a lot of me sitting here, moving the mouse, tapping on the keyboard, moving a lot of stuff, and editing, and yeah, it took a toll on me at some point, and now it's hard for me to edit movie reactions, which is unfortunate, because I would still be posting a lot of movie reactions right the fuck now if I could hire an editor full-time. I had to stop with my editor. I couldn't afford to pay him this month, so I couldn't pay him. So it is what it is. I know it sucks, but you need Michael back with me. Well, I mean, if you mean like, Michael's, help me edit and stuff. Michael didn't know how to edit, so I did all the editing. The entire 2 years, I did all the editing, 100%. So I would love Michael to come back to the channel. I would love my buddies to come back to the channel. Again, support me on Patreon, or support me as a member by becoming a $2 member for $2 a month. And it helps out a lot. I realized it was $2 because I couldn't do the $1 a month on membership. So if you guys want to become a maniac with a knife, I'd really appreciate it. The more the merrier. If we can hit my goal, I could bring back my fucking buddies to help me do my YouTube channel with me. It's become a struggle. I'm not going to lie. Francis hopped on in. How you doing, Francis? Thank you so much for joining, man. Really appreciate you. I know I need to react to Crypt TV. Yeah. I heard from sitting in a chair all day, too. They announced a sequel to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, before it first even came out. Yeah, well, that was no question it was going to happen, because they already knew what they had, right? They already knew that this movie was going to make a bank. Hey, finally caught up stream again. How you doing, man? Oh, thank you so much for hopping on in, Crystal. I appreciate it. Thank you for making it. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? And by the way, guys, hit that like button. I see like 17 viewers right now and 11 likes. I know we can get that up to 17 likes. I already know for a fact we can do it. Just help me out. Jordan, is Black Christmas available on 4K? To my knowledge, I don't... It might be. It might be. Let me go ahead and look that up. Black Christmas on 4K. Yes, there is a 4K Blu-ray for Black Christmas. It is $30. Thank you so much, Nick and Thor. Hoot! That's a cool sticker. That's a cool little emoji thing right there. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Golf clap for Nick and Thor. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you so much. You're a badass. It means a lot. It helps out. Fuck, because of the lack of ad revenue coming in. Especially this month. I'm barely making jack diddly shit. I ain't gonna lie. I am barely making jack diddly shit. So I appreciate you, man. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for hopping on in, Lone Fire. I appreciate you. How are you doing today? Been a long day so far, but glad I caught the stream. I'm glad you could make it to the stream. It's been a pretty slow live stream so far, and it kind of got more antsy when Nick and Thor donated $20. You didn't have to go that far, but I do appreciate that, man. You're a badass. What does Steelbook mean? Steelbooks are Blu-rays in a sense, but they come in like an actual, and it is pretty much exactly how it sounds. It's like a Steelbook version of a Blu-ray, so you open it up and there's the Blu-ray inside and everything that you would get with a normal Blu-ray. It's just in a Steelbook format, or Steelbook look. Woo woo! Jordan, what does a Steelbook mean? Also, they announced that Megan 2.0 will be in January 2025 unless it gets delayed. Something tells me it's probably going to get delayed. Yeah, it's a steel case. That sums it up better. I'm not great at Blu-rays and Steelbooks. I have a collection, but I'm not, like, a professional. Yeah, it has, like, alternate artwork and stuff, yeah. Will DVDs ever be in 8K? I don't know. I really feel like physical media is starting to die out. I hate saying that. I really do. And hopefully if Blockbuster comes back, it will start coming back again. But at the moment right now, man, it's a very 50-50 kind of thing. I can see it going both ways right now. And personally, if I had to guess, we'll probably see the end of physical media, probably by 2030. I would not be surprised if that is literally the last time, or around that time is when we'll see the end of physical media. I hate to say it because I love physical media all the way. I love that shit, but in the next 10 years, I don't know. It's already starting to die out a lot. There's just not a lot of, like, there's love for physical media without question, but streaming, exactly, Nick and Thor, streaming world is becoming too powerful. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Thank you guys for making it to the live stream. Have you read the novelization of the DGG David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy? I have not read that. No more DVDs, VHS. Well, VHSs are already kind of dying anyways. They're practically already dead, if I had to be honest. Like, there's some, independent companies that could probably make VHSs, but it's just not as popular as it used to be, unfortunately. I love VHSs. DVDs are beginning to kind of become not as common anymore. Unless it's like a low-budget film, then you'll see a lot of DVDs, but yeah, it's just a dying breed, unfortunately. I love physical media. Again, I go with physical media all the fucking time. Having your own collection's a good idea, especially if the streaming services somehow just end up being, like, just not happening anymore, then you have your collection. And that's why I'll always have my Blu-ray collection. I only get movies digitally, to be honest. See, and that's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. But that's one of the reasons. There's a lot of people who will do that, like Ghoul Games, who would just go and order stuff digitally. And at that point, there's just no reason to have physical media anymore. Because more people are doing it now. Hell, I remember when me and my dad were talking about it the other day, and we were talking about physical media and stuff, and he's like, I almost don't even buy them anymore because no one watches them. And everything that we watch is mostly on streaming services, and it's like, I can't argue with that. That's true. As unfucking sucks as it, as much as it sucks, it's, drive-through movies are coming back, though. Drive-throughs, yeah. But for how long? But for how long is the question. Like, they can come back for a small period of time. Hell, Blockbuster might be making a comeback. But how long is that going to last? Doesn't mean the business is going to do well. I hate to say it, but it's true. Everybody has streaming services now. I actually have 6 boxes of VHS movies. That is awesome. I have a lot of VHSs. I'm beginning to collect old horror films again in VHS format. Yeah, everything will be streamed online and demand money through subscriptions. Lee hopped on in. How you doing, Lee? Thank you so much for making it. Guys, thank you so much for hopping on into the live stream. If you're having a good day, let me know in the chat. Really appreciate you. And if you've never commented or asked me anything before, please make this the time to do so. I'm a pretty chill guy. Everything has a time, and technology changes so fast. It's amazing. It really is. Technology it's pretty impressive. What are your top 5 most anticipated horror movies of this year? Evil Dead Rise is at number 1, without question. I would say... Go ahead and give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and look that up really quick. I feel like I already know a lot of the horror movies that are coming out in 2023, but you should probably double check, right? Okay, well, I can obviously tell you that Evil Dead Rise, number 1. Oh, gosh. Back up a little bit. Evil Dead Rise. Five Nights at Freddy's would be number 2. I would say... This is tough, man. It's like they're not even showing all the... I know there's more movies coming out this year. It's not showing it on Google right away. So give me 1 second. I have a actual list of my most anticipated movies. Maybe it'll give me a better... Okay. So number 1, Evil Dead Rise. Five Nights at Freddy's is number 2. The Exorcist is number 3. I would say Scream 6 was my number 4. And number 5 was Cocaine Bear, though I would probably argue I'm going to switch out Cocaine Bear with probably The Last Voyage of the Dementor. I think it looks that good. I'm pretty excited for that one. I think it looks fantastic. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat again. Sorry about that. John, how you doing, man? Love the Twin Paranormal reactions. Oh, thank you so much, John. I appreciate that, dude. How are you doing? And thank you so much for hopping on into the live stream, bud. Hell yeah. I'm hoping more people start commenting and stuff. Yeah, I need to get back to the Twin Paranormal reactions. I'm trying to figure out a new setup right now. I really need to get something different going on here. I'm dealing with a lot of copyright claims and a lot of issues with my channel right now, which hopefully never will shut me down, but it could at some point. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully everybody's just nice and kind to me and just says, you know what, we like this guy enough. Let's just let him slide. So hopefully that happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but I want to start doing movie reactions more, and I can't do it with my setup right now, which is unfortunate because, yeah, I'm dealing with a lot. What paranormal group do you think gets more evidence? Twin Paranormal. Twin Paranormal gets an unreasonable amount of evidence, which is crazy to me. The amount of evidence they get blows my fucking mind. I missed the Bigfoot vids. Yeah, I need to get back to those too. Yeah. I'm good. I gotta wake up early tomorrow to go to my college acceptance day. In my college, I'm going to in fall. Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome. This is what happens when you don't do college, right? You start doing YouTube. And I mean, you know what? I've been blessed enough to be doing okay on YouTube. So, like, that's a pretty cool... I feel I can get a pat on the back for that. Because, you know, because I wanted to go to college, man. I really did. And sometimes I look back on that, and I still can. I'm not, like, old or anything. I'm, like, only 26 years old. I can go to college still. But, like, I really wanted to do something unique. And YouTube was, like, one of the most unique things I could think of. I was like, I could probably accomplish something on YouTube. The webcam I need are probably going to cost probably about almost $200, yeah. Yeah, no, the equipment is not going to be cheap. So, again, the more the merrier. You don't have to. I'm obviously a broken record at this point, but I'm always trying to push for the membership stuff and the Patreon stuff because, again, ad revenue, it just doesn't cut it. Ad revenue is I'm barely probably kicking over maybe like $200, $300 a month on ad revenue, which isn't a lot in the long run. Like, it's a good amount, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of views coming in. But at the end of the day, it's like most of the content that probably would get me some decent ad revenue are all copyright claimed. So I kind of have to rely on hopefully supporters from around the world jumping on over on the Patreon page and becoming a member. And yes, it is monthly, so be prepared for that. It is a monthly thing. It is, again, supposed to make up for all the ad revenue I'm not making. Harleek, thank you so much for hopping on in. How are you doing today? Glad to see you made it. I'm glad there's more new people hopping on in. So happy to see that. Twin Paranormal seems like great guys as well. Their humor is perfect, I think. I think in the beginning of their videos, they know when to cut the humor, which I appreciate. Like, they're funny. They're funny guys, but, like, some of the humor doesn't hit with me. I'm going to be honest about that. But, like, I think I've even said this, and I made a tweet about this. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I highly recommend it, because I make some pretty outlandish tweets sometimes. I said Twin Paranormal would probably be number 1 at the moment. I would say probably Sam and Colby number 2. Overnight would be number 3. Selena Spooky Boo, I think, would be number 4. And Call Me Chris. I can't complain. I like the exclusive stuff. Well, I appreciate that, Cheyenne. I really do. I really do. I've tried so hard to keep up with it. I really have. Again, one of the reasons why I want to bring my buddy on is because I know for a fact he would help me out. I struggle to do YouTube, Facebook. I do a lot by myself. It's a lot. And I'm not going to be shy about that. I've ran my Discord for the most part. With the help of my friend Samantha, which I do appreciate her so much. I have ran my YouTube channel. I've ran Patreon. I've ran members. I've done my Instagram, Facebook pages. I've been doing a lot. Twitter. I've been trying to push myself to new heights. I've been running everything, and I'm so happy that a lot of people can understand that, and they don't just look at me as like a tool in a sense. They know that I'm a person, and there's a lot I'm doing right now, so they can understand why sometimes I slack on uploading to Patreon or something like that. Okay. Sorry, I just got a message. My phone even moved, and it scared the fuck out of me. What are your top 5 most anticipated 2023 movies? I would go with Evil Dead Rise, Five Nights at Freddy's, I would say Exorcist, Scream 6, and The Last Voyage of the Dementor. And by the way, thank you guys for joining my Patreon page. I know a lot of you guys, I know it's a monthly thing, and I know it's a struggle sometimes, especially when you guys are trying to do pay for things in your own life. So even the $1 a month is the world to me, and I really do appreciate you. You guys might be the reason why I'm continuing to do YouTube after 2025, which again is my deadline. If I don't hit my main goals on 2025, I fear that I'm going to have to do the channel a lot less, or if at all, probably not at all, because I'm going to have to start bringing in more money. And right now, because I do reactions and stuff, the ad revenue is just not, again, cutting it for me right now. And it's like, I hate saying that. It makes me sad to say that, because I really want to push myself to new heights, but I know my limits, and my limits are unfortunately limited. The one reason why I was let go of my job because I had trouble juggling the new tasks they wanted me to do. I understand your struggle, because I think everybody in my audience, they're aware of how life is sometimes. So, I mean, I appreciate that, Shine. I really do. I would like to just get the stupid surgery over with already. I just got back from my tatty chop appointment. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you guys for joining. More people are hopping on in. Hey guys, thank you so much for making it. Glad to see you. Please, leave a comment. I know some YouTubers have a side job. Some YouTubers do, yeah. The only reason why I don't right now is because right now, here's the thing, guys, and this is me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a one-track person. YouTube has become my passion for the past almost 3 years now. I've been so deadly focused on everything I do for YouTube, whether it's filming, editing, posting on Patreon, posting all my social media platforms. Social media has become legitimately, I'm not even going to under exaggerate, it's become my life these past 3 years. So I'm so focused on it. But when I have to step down and do another job, I need to focus on my other job. I just have to. And I think a lot of people can understand that too. Coming home from a job that could potentially be taking a lot of time out of me, and then trying to sleep, and then trying to do YouTube, it might not cut it for me. Because I'm so passionate about YouTube, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I don't know if I could, I don't know if my mind could handle that. Right now, I've been gifted with a moment of really doing YouTube and YouTube alone, because my family supports me, which is awesome. And not everybody gets that. I was gifted with that opportunity. But at the same time, I cannot do two things at once. It's already stressful as is right now doing YouTube, which again is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring one of my friends on full time, is because I really want to push for that, the help, which would help me tremendously. And, hire an editor full time, which that would help me tremendously, because I wouldn't have to, I could just film shit and send it to him, and he would get it edited for me, and then I could upload it. But as it goes right now, I've already gotten nerve damage from doing YouTube for 2 years. It's beginning to take a toll on me. In some ways, not saying it's the reason why I want to stop YouTube. The reason why I am pushing for Patreon and members and stuff is because I know if we make enough money through the financial support group that is, or the page that is Patreon or members, then I know for a fact I can hire more people to help me and get more stuff kicked out for you guys. It's a struggle. It really is. And you can say what you want. You're just being you're half-assing it. You can just get a job and do YouTube at the same time, and it's you don't understand. If you haven't done YouTube and you haven't done it for full time, you don't understand how really difficult it can be. It's not something that's as easy as just watching something and just posting it. You have to edit. You have to make your videos entertaining in a sense. You have to put a lot of time and effort into your channel. The editing is not a walk in the park. If you have to cut things that could be copyright potential, you got to do that. I hope you can understand where I'm coming at. I think Sam McColby, Shane, and Ryan should all collab. I'm in a taxi riding in a countryside. That's awesome. I couldn't do YouTube while doing a full-time job. It's a struggle. It really is. And I think most people who have done YouTube can understand where I'm coming from too. It's like, I don't blame you for, getting another job and just focusing on that job, not doing YouTube at the same time. It's not that easy. But I've uploaded almost, I think, 1,800 videos in the past 3 years now on this channel alone. So, yeah, it's been a full-time thing for me, and I'm very grateful for it. I love doing it. It's fun. It's a good time for me. Like, yes, it's a lot of work, but it's a good time. And who's all hopping on in? By the way, I noticed a lot of people are hopping on in. Thank you guys for hopping on in, making it to the live stream. Hit that like button. Let me know that you're watching by commenting. It means a lot. What was the last movie you watched? The last movie I watched? That's a good question. The last movie I watched, I think it was a reaction. Yeah. No, it was definitely a reaction. What was the last movie I watched? Oh, gosh. I gotta look that up. Wasn't an older movie. I'm pretty sure it was a newer one. Might have been Elvis. Elvis or Megan. I think it was Elvis. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely Elvis. Elvis was the last movie I watched. Will there be a sequel to Black Phone? Probably at some point. I mean, the movie did so well. I didn't even have a job while in college because I wanted to focus on my studies. Yeah. I get it. So again, if we, oh, we did get some patrons. Oh, is that what you meant? We did lose several patrons. I completely understand. I'm not going to force people to obviously stick around and be a part of my Patreon page. I get it. There's a lot of times I cannot upload to Patreon. And some people get tired of that. They get tired of waiting, and they don't want to pay for something. That's why I always recommend $1 a month, because if you're paying $5 a month or $7 a month or even $10 a month to help financially support the channel, that's very sweet and kind of you. But at the same time, it can be overwhelming too. Like, you're paying $10 a month to me and helping the channel, but you're not getting a lot of the extra content you're being promised because of, the struggling with doing everything. So, I mean, I've been doing a lot of early access stuff lately, which has been fun. That's pretty good. I would think that the phone... Can I borrow $5, bro? I don't think I can lend you $5, man. Every bit of money goes into the channel. So, like... I've done DoorDash for a while, edited for a friend, but I stopped because I'm working on a good job now. I don't know if I want to do DoorDash, man. I'm not really the person who wants to drive to random people's houses and drop off food and stuff. I've heard horror stories about stuff like that. And the way the world is right now, where there's a lot of sketchy people starting to emerge out of the fucking ashes of the world. Yeah. I did to my sister last year. I missed the opportunity to yell horsies and make the taxi driver swerve. 18 likes, hey! You don't even have $5. After all I do for you, LOL JK. I mean, it's all fucking put back. I mean, I don't... I'm not just gonna randomly run out and, you know... I mean, yeah. The money is used for, obviously, livelihood and the channel. I can't run out there, right? I had a bug yesterday, yeah, stomach bug. But I am better today. Amira, what happened? Oh, not much. How about you? What's going on? How is your day going? If you're just hopping on into the live stream. I'm surprised there's not more people in here. I feel like I have actually notified most of everybody. Yeah. Let me go ahead and check. Alright, we got... what time is it? Okay, I'm seeing some people seeing that message. Okay, not a lot of people saw that message. Alright, that's fine. I'm hoping, though, for some more people to hop on in, at least. I thought you were sick, dude. I'm more of a food critic. How's the doggo? Do you own The Burning on Blu-ray? I do own The Burning on Blu-ray. Yes, I do. That's a fantastic movie. Do you not like Stranger Things? You know, here's the thing. When you're watching the show, right? When you're watching it, I'm not sure if any of you guys have actually experienced this. When you're watching a show sometimes, and you start watching it, there's those weird moments to where you just kind of lose interest. I lost interest in Stranger Things. I don't know what happened. I wanted to kick through, but at the same time, I literally made it to like episode 2 or 3 of season 2 of Stranger Things, and for some weird reason, I just had no interest to continue watching it. I cannot explain that. I don't know what it is, and I feel like, I know that might annoy a lot of people, especially people who pay monthly to watch the early access and exclusive stuff. I can't, and look, if I push myself to watch something, sometimes it gives me, I think it will ruin the experience. So I just took it, I gave it a break, I kicked through all of season 1, started season 2, and then I just stopped watching it. I don't know. It was fine, the show was fine, but I don't know. I just, yeah. I lost interest. Like, The Last of Us is really good. I actually think The Last of Us Season 1 is better than Season 1 of Stranger Things. I know, blasphemy, right? But it's more interesting to me. I like the zombie apocalypse stuff, and that's just for me. But, like, Stranger Things, it has its good moments. It has great moments, good characters, and it's fun. But I'm truly not at the moment dying to see what happens, right? You also lost interest. It's my favorite show ever. That's awesome, though. I'm glad that you love the show. That's fantastic. It did not hit for me in the way I was hoping for. You know? I can only be honest, and that's honestly the truth. I was watching the show, season 2, and I was sitting here watching it, and out of nowhere, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to continue this right now. And maybe I'll just be savoring it. Look at it that way. I'll just savor it. Maybe I'll do it another time. I'll give you $5 if you show me church. Yeah, I should start doing that. For like extra cash, I'll just start teasing church and everything. I'll bring church on camera, guys, if you donate $1. $1. We'll get you church on camera for a few minutes. It's horrible, man. Are you a Cobra? Here's the thing. I have not even finished all of the Karate Kid movies. I haven't seen Karate Kid 2, 3, or 4. I've seen the remake and the first movie, and I have not seen Cobra Kai. I need to go ahead and see Cobra Kai, though. I really need to finish the franchise, though. What are you going to have for dinner? I do not know, honestly. That's a good question. As long as it's not Walking Dead. Okay, look, the first season of The Walking Dead is fucking amazing. Everything after that really died down. It just did. It just did, as much as I hate saying that. No exploiting animals. I was waiting for you. Peachy, well, first off, thank you for joining, Peachy. I'm glad that you can make it. Because I was like, yeah, that's horrible. Having The Last of Us based on a real fungus adds to the creepy, plus it's based on a game, so it reaches another audience. Right. Yeah, Stranger Things kind of didn't have that. It just kind of wung it. I mean, Stranger Things is still good. It's like, I'm not trying to hate on Stranger Things. I liked it for what I saw, but I just had no interest in continuing it. I can't explain it. I think I'm not the only person who's felt that way, though, right? I'm gonna eat some mashed potatoes for dinner. Nice. Another controversial subject. I'm not a big fan of mashed potatoes. Watch, like, I'm at 17,000, almost 300 subscribers now, and I'm just gonna lose like 500 after saying that. I'm not exploiting Church. He needs to be fed and loved. Well, I mean, right, but I don't have to bring him on camera to do that, right? Having The Last of Us, but you're right about the whole Last of Us thing, yeah. Potatoes. Yeah, I don't like mashed potatoes. I'm just not a big fan of potatoes. I'm just not. I'm a weirdo who likes to bite into, like, raw tomatoes and just... Stranger Things survives on nostalgia, honestly. I feel like nostalgia had a giant play in why it was so popular. I mean, the first things I heard about Stranger Things was like, oh, you're gonna love it if you're an 80s fan and stuff. And it's like, oh, yeah? Oh, if you love the 80s, if you love, you know, Alien, all these different movies, they were listing a whole bunch of different movies, you're gonna love Stranger Things. And I really love those movies, but Stranger Things to me... And this is maybe because I'm not a big fan of TV shows. Some TV shows are good. I can binge anime. But when it comes to, like, actual TV shows that are, like, 40 minutes long per episode, it's hard for me to get involved. It's hard for me to get, like, enthusiastic about it. I like French fries. Now, I do like French fries with, like, hot sauce and stuff. That's good. But, like, everything else, yeah, I'm not a big fan of. I rode past my old house. God, I want to cry. Aw. Oh, yes, tomatoes are so yummy. You hate tomatoes, Pete, Cheyenne? I get it. A lot of people don't like them, but I love to bite into that shit like a fucking madman. Rose Explorer, how are you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. I see a Sam and Colby fan there. How are you doing? Thank you so much for making it. I'm glad more people are making it to my live stream. A lot of people I'm not familiar with. I think you've been to my live stream before, though, if I'm not mistaken. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for making it to my live stream. If you are new here and you've never said hello to me, please throw me any question you want. Be a part of the conversation. Don't be afraid. I'm a nice guy. Trust me. A toasted tomato Sammy on a hot day, unmatched. Ooh, I don't think I've ever had that. I'm doing good, but do you remember me? I think I do remember you, Rose. I think I do. There's a lot of people. I'm beginning to get that giant audience now to where there's so many people hopping on into my live streams. I'm pretty positive I know who you are. So, yeah. And I just, my audience is getting bigger, which is always fun. It's always fun. It's a challenge for me. I got to try to remember everybody. But I know I do remember you, Rose. I do. I remember you. I know there's a couple people here who are new, like John. I'm pretty sure is new here from earlier. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's new. Game of Thrones was excellent, except FPR Season 8. Toasted garlic with tomatoes, the yummiest. Have you seen Final Fried Green Tomatoes? I have not seen that. It's snowing here. Oh my goodness. Now here, man, it's like 70 degrees out. Oh, really? Nobody did? I am so sorry to hear that. We tried. I tried to help. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so deeply sorry. Gonna get hate for this, but I wasn't a big fan of The Last of Us. No, you're fine. You're fine. No one's gonna. Look. I think people in my community are really more accepting of people's opinions than most other communities, which is a good thing. It's a very positive thing. I like it because, again, everybody's gonna have different opinions. Just because you weren't a fan of this, that's okay. You didn't have to be a fan of it. And it's like, all right, well, have you seen this movie? And people start different conversations. It's cool. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for hopping on in. It's going to be super hot this week. It is going to be hot this weekend. Do you have a favorite pasta? I love, I love pasta. I love ramen. I'm a big fan of ramen. I've never been to a ramen joint, like a professional ramen joint, but I've always wanted to go to one. Do you like country music? Occasionally. I'm not like a diehard fan of country music, but I like the occasional stuff. People have been really wanting me to react to a guy named, I think, Jellybean. I can't remember his name. I love pasta. I love pasta is good. Yeah. Kwan chicken pasta is fire. Do you like pirate stuff? I love pirate stuff. I'm watching One Piece right now. I love pirate stuff. It's okay you tried. Just people would have helped out because my birthday was on the 4th this month and I didn't get anything and didn't get to go to my favorite places. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried as much as I could. I do apologize about that. By the way, happy late birthday. I did like the show. I don't think it was as good as people make it out to be. I think it's good. I think it's a really good show. I'd give the show right now probably about a 7.5, 8 out of 10. I like it that much. Obviously, I haven't finished the last 2 episodes, so I can't really give my full opinion yet. Maybe the last 2 episodes will blow me away, and I'll be like, oh my god, that's like a 9 out of 10. But right now, it's pretty enjoyable. I like it for that reason alone. I think the visual effects are fucking amazing, too. Sorry, I keep saying the F word. Thanks, I'm officially 15 years old. Oh, that's cool. My Burger King Triple Whopper is here. Keep it retro, Jordan. All right, man. I lost interest in The Walking Dead after the 2nd season because it got too gory, too much gore, not enough story, not enough storyline. Makes sense, makes sense. I liked it. I'm a big gore fan. I like the visual effects. I love practical effects, so I'm a big fan of that. I'm not really a big fan of CGI gore. I like when people, like, you can actually tell the difference between, like, actual physical, like, practical effects compared to the fake shit. So I love The Walking Dead for that reason. I get it, though. Too much gore, yeah, might take you out of it. And I gotta be honest, The Walking Dead started doing the same thing over and over again. It was just a continuous, just the same old shit over and over and over again. They didn't do nothing new. It was just, they were killing off all the good characters like nothing. I just lost interest. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry too, Amira. That's a good word for it. Repetitive. The Walking Dead was a repetitive little show. And I think it finally ended. Now they're just doing a lot of spin-offs. I think there's one with Michonne and Rick, Negan and Maggie. Crazy. Yeah, you can almost never go wrong with pasta. Yeah, now they're doing spin-offs. The Walking Dead gets slow, then speeds up again. I agree. I was a lot of times where I was just bored, waiting for something to happen, and it would be like a stretch of 2 to 3 episodes of just nothing but talk, and the occasional little bit of action scenes, and then it would like pick up in like a crazy, like, the end of the seasons, most of the time, every finale for every season was action-packed crazy, but then everything before that leading up to it was just a bunch of talk, how humans are, here's a repetitive thing that The Walking Dead like to do. It's not the walkers that you should be afraid of, it's the people. And that's just something that I was kind of disappointed by. Like, yeah, the people are a crazy cool aspect of the zombie apocalypse, but at the same time, man, I'm more about watching zombies. It's one of the reasons why I love Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, or Night of the Living Dead, or Return of the Living Dead, is because the zombies were the main focus of the horrors of the zombie apocalypse, but then it became like, oh, we should be afraid of the people, and how people are really the monsters, and they're scarier, and they... It's like, come on. You got zombies, man. Nothing cooler than zombies. Use the zombies. People, yes, they can be evil. Absolutely. But I wish they would stop focusing on the people part of it. A bit random, but I hated Terrifier 1 and had no story, no characters development, just gore, torture porn. I get it. I really do. But I'm a big slasher fan, and most of the time, that's what slasher movies are. It's just you're watching teens and people get murdered by the psychopath. And for that reason alone, I kind of was a fan of it. I get it. But if you're a fan of if you're not a fan of slasher movies, you're definitely not going to like it. But if you are a fan of slasher movies, I feel like there's enough in there to where you're going to be like, okay, that's pretty cool. I have seen Train to Busan. Yeah, it's fantastic. That's because the more realistic. That's because that's more... It's more... I guess it's more realistic, but we don't have to be repetitive about it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, after the governor... Great, right? Yes. The governor was a big part of that whole... Oh, he's the, you know, that's what happens when a guy in power becomes evil and stuff in the zombie apocalypse and everything. Yeah, I get it, okay. And that was great and all. But then they continued to go with that theme practically throughout the rest of the show. And then we got to Negan, and then Negan was like all power hungry and stuff, and he was like corrupt and everything and evil in a sense. And I really wish we got more zombie stuff. Fuck, even when I think the zombies could get cooler, right? The whisperers and shit, it was just people. It was like, I get it. I do. People are evil. But I like zombies. Call me a sucker for zombies. I like zombies. No, I didn't finish the entire show. I didn't finish the entire show. No. But I have seen a lot of it. And, yeah. But I do get it. That's what I thought. I didn't see the entire show, but I did see a lot of it. And from what I saw, I'll tell you right now. I practically... I saw a few seasons of, I saw everything all the way up to, of course, the aftermath of the prison and everything, so I saw all of that stuff. And for the most part, the prison stuff was kind of boring. I think they stayed there way too long. I got bored watching it. It was practically just drama going back and forth between the governor and the prison, and how they were worried that the governor was going to make an attack on the prison and stuff, and everything like that. We got to defend the fort, shit like that. But after that, quite a couple cool character arcs, too. But at the same time, it really just got old for me. And I felt that even after that. I was like, it's kind of not for me anymore. Again, the first season of The Walking Dead, where they really utilized the fear of the walkers and the zombies and everything, I really thought they handled very well. And they did handle, like, I'm not gonna lie, they handled the evil human aspect quite well in The Walking Dead. Like, yeah, those are some sick fucks. And they probably would do stuff like that. There's one scene that comes to my mind where I'm like, this is as low as it can get, right, with the humans. And I'm not sure if you guys actually saw this scene. I'm sure you have if you've seen the show. But there is a scene that that was completely... It was crazy to me. It was a moment when Rick, Michonne, and Carl, Rick's son, were being attacked by this group of guys. And one of them... or most of them were about to actually, like, take advantage of Carl. You know what I mean? That was probably one of the most sickening moments of the entire show for me. And I was like, damn, they really went that far. But at the same time, that shit probably would happen because there's a lot of people just fucking losing it. Losing their humanity. Losing their fucking... their common sense and their decency. Now it's like all about being dominant. Who's the strongest? The strong will survive and the weak will perish, right? That's kind of the whole concept in their eyes. Mr. Doodles, thank you so much for hopping on in. What is something Sam and Colby should improve on? It's a solid question. Something that they should improve on, I would say... I could say their editing, but I also kind of want to say their... Here's the thing. I think Sam and Colby are doing well for who they are, right? I think they're strong at their field. I think, again, they have earned their subscriber count. Absolutely. They have already improved so much beyond their early years that it's like they've already improved a lot. I wouldn't really change much of their channel if you had me. The only thing I would want to change is maybe the lack of respect they have for the dead sometimes. And I know people are already giving me shit for that, which is fine. I don't care what you think at this point. I get that you got annoyed when I said they're not showing a lot of respect to dead people. And it's like, well, if they don't believe, then they don't have to show respect. I still don't like that. That's just me. I don't like that they don't show respect to the dead, right? They're insulting portraits. That just doesn't work with me. I get why they do it, and they might not even be thinking before they say it. It just comes out. But the respect, I guess, for the dead is where I think one of my biggest critiques comes from. I would love to see more, just more respect. Making fun of the way someone died, it rubs me the wrong way. So things like that. It's who they are. It's what they do. But for me, it just doesn't work, and it doesn't matter. I know people are gonna give me shit for that, but it is what it is. That's just how I feel. Are you a fan of the Universal Monsters? Yeah, I like some of the Universal Monster stuff. Didn't really like the Phantom of the Opera, the original one, but I did like, well, not the Lon Chaney Sr. one. I like that one, but the one with Claude Rains I did not like. If you had to live in a world with either with zombies or vampires, which would you live in? Oh, fuck. Vampires, because I can kill them a lot. Zombies, no, I would go with vampires, because there's probably not going to be as many vampires as zombies. Zombies, you know, you have to worry about the masses. But vampires are kind of, you could probably be lucky and take them out one at a time, right? Jordan, can you try and see if they will donate? It's, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can promote it if you want on my live stream. I don't mind, but I don't want to really. I push my audience, you know, obviously if they want to help me out, donate to my Patreon and stuff, and I already feel like I really kind of bring that up a lot. And well, of course I have my reasons why I bring it out a lot, but it's because I have a deadline and I'm trying to get as many supporters as I can, mostly for the people who haven't heard it. But respectfully, I'm not gonna ask my audience all the time to, you know, to donate. I already know that I come off repetitive when I do that. Speaking of repetitive, right? I know that I come off repetitive. Obviously, I'm only saying it to get to the people who have not heard it. So, like, if someone new hops on in and they're watching and they haven't commented, I can probably hopefully get to them. But yeah, new Saw movie is coming out. Yeah, I heard about that. Vampires exist. They are just disguised as mosquitoes. Yeah, technically, vampire bats. Vampire bats. I don't think they suck the blood of humans though. Vampire bats go after animals, right? I feel like Sam and Colby Sam wants to do Abandoned, but the Ghost Paranormal are more popular, but could be different and do all three. I feel like if they came back to Explore, which I actually saw a post on Instagram saying that they wanted to come back to Exploring, I think they'll do pretty good. I really do. I think at this rate, Sam and Colby have improved a lot, and their subscriber count is so huge right now that I feel like at this rate, they'll probably get a lot of views and do okay. The thing that happened to you with Stranger Things happened to me with Dahmer. Makes sense. Makes sense. Dahmer is a show that I'm surprised a lot of people could make it through, if I had to be honest, dude. Dahmer is one of those shows that really goes the next level to show how fucked up this guy was, and a lot of people, I'm sure, turned it off for that reason alone. I'm sure there were many. And to be honest, yeah. I think it's some countries vampire bats will feed on sleeping people, but for the most part, yeah, they feed on animals. By the way, thank you so much for joining, Adam. And by the way, thank you again for fucking getting me like 5 members. Holy shit, that blew my mind, dude. Mosquitoes don't care what you are. Anything with blood, they will suck. Yeah. I also thought Dahmer was kind of boring. Dahmer, you know what? There were some moments where Dahmer was boring. I thought it was a fantastic show. And I will stand by that. It's a fantastic show. It does very well to show how fucked up this guy is. It doesn't try to win you over, thinking that Dahmer was in any shape or form, he deserved your sympathy. It did the exact opposite. It really made you feel like this guy was the biggest piece of shit, which you already should have guessed he was. But there were some people out there who probably praised this guy. There are a lot of serial killer fanatics who are like, Dahmer's my favorite serial killer. And I'm like, I don't think that is something that I would go around saying. And because, you know, these people, again, you got to realize, are the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. They don't deserve praise like that. Yeah, Dahmer to me was at least a 9 out of 10. If I had to be honest. 9.1 out of 10. I thought it was a well-handled show. And it really made me hate the guy even more. I already hated him enough. And I'm like, ugh. Even seeing this, like, actually performed on, like, screen makes me, like, really despise this fucking guy. What happened, bro? Oh, not much. How are you doing today? No. 9 out of 10 is so high. Nah. I feel comfortable at a 9 out of 10. No, I feel I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me on Dahmer. I know. But I thought it was handled very well. I'm glad that there was no sympathy towards this guy. The kid, the little boy Dahmer, the one who could have been changed at a younger age, yeah, I feel sympathy for. When he got older, completely shot out the window. Did not care for this guy. Wanted to see him get brutally beaten to death. That's how I felt about him by the end of the series. And that's how I think everybody should have felt by the end of the series. Like, yeah, this guy was better off gone. Yeah. Speaking of mosquitoes, that show Solar Opposites made them very scary in their show Drama of the Wall with the shrunken people kept as hostages in a prison by the aliens of the show. Hey, Nicole, how you doing today? Thank you so much for making it. And by the way, we're almost to 30 likes, guys. That's awesome because normally on live streams we don't get that many. We get maybe 40, 50 plus tops, maybe. Last time we got 60, I think, on the Easter maybe live stream. I'd go with a 6 out of 10 for me. It loses points for not speaking with the victims' families about it before film. That shit, I mean, look. I will say this about the show. I will say this. I always try to separate the people responsible for making the show with the actual show. The show in itself is just a product and an art piece that was made by a studio. It's not necessarily what I feel like. That shit, yes, I agree with you. That shit was unacceptable. They should have got more of an approval. Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah, that shit 100%. But the show alone, from what Evan Peters did, and I do think he did a fantastic job. And not just Evan Peters, I will say that the cast and crew who were all into that show, who were aware that they were bringing this to life and really a disturbing piece of property, I would have been nervous about too. But I don't think that's fair to do when victims are involved. Respect for the dead and whatnot. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a fair opinion. I can't argue with that. It's a very touchy subject for sure. And I get where you're coming from. There's really Here, yeah, I'm not, like, I really am not trying to be disrespectful in any sort of way whatsoever. But if we're gonna, like, because, you know, you said, like, the respect for the dead, disrespect for the dead. If you're, like, referring to the whole Sam and Colby incident, they're legitimately making fun of the way people died. Like, they're laughing, they're making impersonations, they're high-pitched voices, country accents, shit like that. They're making fun of the way people died. The show really didn't make fun of that. It really showed how fucked up and sadistic that guy was. And I think that's where it differs from. So, and in a sense, I know that the victims never got the... I don't even think they never honored the victims, did they? Like, they wanted to build a memorial for the victims, but that never happened. I don't know why people fall in love with serial killers. I don't know why. I seriously don't. Jordan, look at what I said, not trying to be rude. Jordan, look what I said. By the way, Jordan, when can we be friends on you know what? When can we be friends on you know what? What are you talking about? Sorry, it confused me a little bit. I think it's weird when anybody says they're in love with a serial killer. I don't know how you can fall in love with somebody who is just really... Discord? Gotcha. Maybe soon. I gotta be honest though, man. I'm beginning to get a lot of, like, random messages by a lot of people, and I'm trying to avoid that as often as I can. Like, you can always be friends with me on things, and that's fine. But, like, I've had people blow me up when I don't respond. And there was even one guy who, like, tried to call me. And I just don't... You know, I obviously am always busy, for one. But, like, I don't really feel like answering people's phone calls. Especially to someone, you know, yes, I respect and I'm always happy that you guys are talking to me over my YouTube channel and my chat and everything. But, like, I'm not going to, you know, answer phone calls for everybody who... Because if that happens, then I'm going to be answering, like, millions of phone calls or, like... thousands of phone calls, and that's a lot of work. And the last time I, like, started talking, and I talk to a lot of people, right? Well, I promise I won't be like them. I'll be more respectful to you and stuff. Well, we'll see. I'll do my best. We'll see, man. We'll see. Yo, Vanessa, how you doing? Edward, how are you doing? What's going on? Not too much. Respect for the dead is a lot of different than just don't make fun of the dead. Not advising the victims' families also disrespectful to the dead. And that's I acknowledge that too. Yeah, that's completely, yes, 100% understandable. I get what you're saying, Peachy. I really do. I cannot argue that. That you make a valid point. Here's a good parent team that doesn't have music. Jake the Viking. Jake the Viking. He does pretty good. He does a pretty good job, actually. I like Jake the Viking. Almost to 30 likes, guys. Thank you so much for making it into the live stream today. Absolutely. You know, mutual understanding. Like, I don't think there's any really, like, both respectable answers, I think. We both know it's all bad. Like, yeah, that shit is bad. We agree on that part. Yeah, the whole fucking family not being talked about before the show came out. 100%, yeah. Not getting the approval by them. Pretty disrespectful. I agree. Looks like I'm terrible. Trying to figure out what horror movie to watch next on Tubi or Netflix. Last one on Netflix is Easy A Classic Horror Story. Any suggestions? Tubi's got a couple of good stuff. I think Pumpkinhead was over on Tubi. Pumpkinhead's a great time. Very underrated movie. Pumpkinhead, Killer Clowns is over there. All the Return of the Living Dead movies are over there. Yeah. I hate Jeffrey because he wasn't a serial killer. I wouldn't really be called Jeffrey, and plus, there wouldn't be any murders. I hate Jeffrey because if he wasn't a serial killer, I wouldn't really be called Jeffrey. You seen Pumpkinhead? Gotcha. What else is over there? It's a good question. I don't really know a whole lot over on Tubi to recommend. Netflix really doesn't have a whole lot. Netflix is always kind of disappointing. Can you react to more Jake the Viking? Yeah, at some point. At some point, yeah. How many likes did that first Jake the Viking video get? Because that will determine whether I should go ahead and react to more. Because he really did not... That video did not get a lot of love, to my knowledge. Sorry, there was a gnat right next to me. Let me go ahead and look that up really quick, guys. Jake the Viking... Conjuring House reaction. Okay, it's almost got 1,000 views. Let's see how many likes. 53 likes. Okay. Yeah, definitely give that video more love. If you have not liked that Jake the Viking video, I highly recommend loving it more. Because most of those reactions, paranormal stuff, get a bit more likes. So if you guys like that, I would highly recommend going over there and checking that out. Just watched Zawokie's latest reaction. What are you going to collab with Zoki with? I think we're going to be collaborating on the Hell Week stuff for 2023. Do you like food shows, like when they go to different countries? Yeah, well, it makes me hungry. That's why I like it. It happens everywhere. Edward Hanna. Oh yeah, I was checking out Zawoki stuff. He seems cool. He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah. Yeah, we plan on doing hopefully a couple reactions for the Hell Week stuff. Hopefully we can get something set up and everything. What's up, guys? I see more people hopping on in. Almost 100 views. Nice, guys. Fuck yeah. Almost 100 views and 30 likes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Which creature feature should I... Ooh. To be honest with you, I have not seen any of those movies that you just asked. Slugs or Squirm. I don't know, man. If I'm going by movie poster, let me go ahead and look up. Slugs movie from 1988, I'm assuming is the one that you're looking at right now. Looks like a fun time. And then he said Squirm? So there's a movie about worms and slugs. I feel like, I don't know, the worms one looks pretty intense. Go with, I would say Squirm, man. Squirm looks more interesting and kind of creepy. Did you watch any movies from the Conjuring universe franchise? Yes, I did. I've seen them all. I've seen every single one of them. The Conjuring 1, best one. Conjuring 2 is the second best. Annabelle Creation, I would say, is the third best. I would go with probably The Nun, Annabelle Comes Home. No, I would go with The Conjuring 3 after Annabelle Creation. Then I would go with probably Annabelle Comes Home, The Nun, Curse of La Llorona. Then Annabelle would probably be number, like, the last, because the first Annabelle sucks. Have you seen Pete Montenzingo? He lives across from the Cecil Hotel. He's funny and catches some weird things. I have not seen him. When will you react to the trailer for the movie When the Lights Went Out? Ooh, probably. That sounds interesting. I'll have to do that here soon. It is, and if you want to have fun with it, go look up Mystery Science Theater. Yeah, that's been recommended to me a lot. Mystery Science Theater. People have been asking me to react to that shit for a while now. Chat? There we go. Like I said months ago, I live pretty close to the real house in the UK. Oh, yep, you mentioned that, yep. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. Anyone here know who James... I do know, isn't he the guy who played... James Rofe, isn't he the guy who played... I'm gonna actually have to look it up now before I even say it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know who he is. Oh, is that who that is? The Angry Video Game Nerd? Number 1, The Conjuring. 2, Annabelle Creation. 3, Conjuring 3. Devil Made Me Do It. Number 4, Annabelle Comes Home. 5, The Nun. 6, The Conjuring 2. 7, The Curse of La Llorona. And 8 is Annabelle. I feel like, yeah, that's a pretty solid list, actually. Annabelle, yeah, number 1, last, yeah. Well, I gotta go, Jordan. Bye, everyone. Bye, Jordan. All right, Vanessa, thank you so much for hopping on in. Hope you have a great afternoon. Talking about James Wan's movies, I was super mind blown with *Malignant*, but I won't spoil it if you guys probably... I have seen it. I did a movie reaction to *Malignant*. It's pretty solid time. Anyone remember a show on HBO I was kind of obsessed with called Autopsy? I do not. It feels creepy but cool, like that live near, I think, most of the haunted houses in the UK, not gonna lie. The closest one I'm aware that we live to is probably the Ohio State Reformatory, which is 3 hours away from where I am right now. That's probably one of the first places I'll go if I ever start filming paranormal investigations and stuff, which hopefully we can do at some point here soon. I would say 150 patrons to 200. I would say 1,000 would probably be more, like, because we know for a fact we'll have the money for the equipment and shit, but yeah. I watched Autopsy, that was a creepy show. I need to see the Autopsy of Jane Doe. That one's been recommended a lot. I think my friends were recommending that one to me, Autopsy of Jane Doe. Sounds creepy. Just the title alone, Autopsy, yeah, does not sound, doesn't sound pleasant. Sounds unsettling. Bro, what is more insane is that there's many videos of people investigating the house on YouTube, which I live near. It's pretty insane, man. I bet. Priced are real, too, yeah. Autopsy of Jane Doe was super scary to me. Was it really? I've heard it was, like, really intense. There was an episode of Autopsy where a woman gets stabbed and she calls out the police and his recording is... I don't know if I want to watch that. That is that. Well, I might. I mean, if it's like an actually good show, then yeah, I would love to see it. But like that sounds intense. I'd be down, honestly. That actually does sound intense. Autopsy was all fact based. Oh wow. Okay. You should watch James Ruff, Angry Video Game Nerd, video of him describing a horror movie idea about an abandoned amusement park with the fantasy dragon park ride. Characters and story remind me of Stephen King's It. Ooh. Okay. I mean, Angry Video Game Nerd is someone I've wanted to watch for a long time. I haven't seen Angry Video Game Nerd. I know who he is. I think he's done some videos with Nostalgia Critic, so I've seen those. But honestly, the house is pretty much like the Conjuring house, but not as evil and popular as the Conjuring house was and is. Yeah, the Conjuring. Well, the only reason why the Conjuring house is even popular is because of the movie and how good the movie was. Like, it was such a good movie that people were really wanting to check out the house. We have a lot of people hopping on in right now. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for making it to the Friday Fright Night. Most of you have been just talking about crazy shit, which I love. I love having conversations like this. You know what's interesting? These are conversations like I feel like I could only like have with like friends, and I'm having them with my audience, which that's an awesome feeling. Hi, checking in for a few minutes before I go to work. I hope to go to Nintendo. Oh, that's fucking lucky. Nintendo World next year. I have no doubt it's gonna be worth it, man. That's like the one thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When they announced Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm more anticipated for that than even Harry Potter World. I really am. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, in my opinion, is second to the Nintendo stuff. I love Nintendo. I love Mario. I love Princess Peach. I love Bowser. I love Luigi. I love them all. I recently saw your exploring with Josh and Hendel reaction video. The house also gives me the creeps. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. I like it. Yeah, exploring with Josh has been an interesting watch for sure, man. It really has been. HBO's Autopsy was filmed in the 1990s, though. Nowadays, there's much disturbing stuff online. Yeah. Yeah, you can find a lot of creepy shit online. Jordan, look what I said. I'd say that the house in the UK version of the is the UK version of the Conjuring house. Yeah, that makes sense. I got my roommate addicted to Mario Kart, so if we go to Universal, it would be so fun. Yeah, I heard a lot of controversy with the whole Mario Kart stuff. I think they even said like there's a weight limit or like a size limit, so you gotta have to be a certain size to ride the Mario Kart stuff, which I guess also kind of makes sense in a sense, but like that it pissed off a lot of people because there's a lot of people who went there and just had to be completely told you can't ride this ride, and they were excited for Mario World and stuff. I couldn't imagine. That's pretty sad. I hope there's a ghost house. Oh yeah, dude. There, I hope so. I played Super Mario 64 when I was younger, and the ghost stuff always was so much fun to me. Super Mario Bros. 2 is my all-time favorite of the Mario Kart games, Mario games, and its best ending. I love Mario Bros. 3. If the Mario stuff is restricted like that, then we would go for Harry Potter. Yeah, I think it was just that one ride that was restricted, like to like a very good extent. I might be wrong about that, but that's at least what I've heard. Harry Potter series, though, I heard that it might be happening. It is happening. There's actually going to be a series for Harry Potter. To my knowledge, there might even be. Let me go ahead and do this really quick. Um, Harry Potter HBO Max series. I was looking for the IMDb page for it. Untitled Harry Potter series TV series. Okay, this is it right here. Yeah, so they've already made a teaser and everything with candles and all that stuff, and the music is even very similar and actually sounds exactly the same as the like Harry Potter movies. I'm mixed on it myself. I don't really feel like I heard that as well, but I do know someone who went to the Mario World and they had so much fun. They brought me home a little. Oh, that's so cool! What kind of plush did they bring home, Peachy? I'm jealous. I also want to go to Investigation 30 East Drive House, known as the house that also inspired the movie When the Lights Went Out. Absolutely, absolutely, that's awesome. That'd be pretty cool. I'm a Potterhead, but series though, Harry Potter series though, I heard it might be happening. I hope they had a better job. Baby Peach, oh, that is dope. Makes perfect sense. That is awesome. That made me. That brings a smile to my face. That is fun. That's fucking awesome. You can actually dress up and race Mario Karts in Japan. It looks so. Oh, fuck. I want to do it so bad. Mario Kart, dude, was one of my favorite games as a kid. If not my favorite 64 game. I used to like Harry Potter, but it's falling into the same trend as Marvel and Star Wars. There's a lot of, I feel like it's not even fair. There's a lot of toxicity with almost every fan base. Some probably haven't come out as often as others, but there's a lot of toxicity with almost every fan base. There's Pokemon toxicity. There's Marvel, DC, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always going to be a toxicity about every fan base you got. It just depends on how you treat the fan base. I mean, that's all that matters to me is like how you respond to it. Like if I told you to your face like, I'm not really a fan of Severus Snape. He's a kind of a piece of shit human being and everything like that. And I just don't like his character. You can come at me like fucking the hordes of hell, right? So it just depends on how I love Severus Snape, by the way. Don't come at me for that. He's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, no, it just, you know. Back in the day, it was all about the books, not the movies. To be fair, though, the book fans are a lot of the toxic Harry Potter fans. Because the second you even say anything about the movies, they're like, well, the books did it this way, and they can be very toxic. Not saying they're all toxic, but people who read the books and go talk about the movies will normally start, to my knowledge, I've heard a lot of toxicity out of book fans. Not saying they're all bad, just saying they're there. But yeah. Hey, so fun fact, it's 12 a.m. for me, so I'm might go now, but Jordan, I suppose, bye Jordan, I suppose. Okay, well, good night, man. Thank you so much for hopping on in. Have a good night, dude. Shay Baby Peach is Princess Peach as a baby. Yeah, Peach is studying all they call me Peachy. It is a pretty, I should have guessed. That is the first thing I should have guessed. But Harry Potter is from books, so I think it's okay if it has like 7 movies. Let's see here. I just got out of the Pope's Exorcist and you enjoyed it. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hey, Eliza John, how are you doing? Thanks so much for hopping on in. 30 likes on the live stream. Booyah. You enjoyed Pope's Exorcist. That is good to hear. Let me ask you this, though, Mirror Domains. And this is something I was worried about, and you don't spoil it, but I'm curious. Overuse of CGI? Like an extremely overuse of CGI in the movie? I love Harry Potter. I think it would have been cool if they did the backstories of the wizards, like Snape and Harry's parents. That could have been interesting. I would love to see a movie about the founders of Hogwarts. Like Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, Rowena, I can't pronounce. Helga Hufflepuff and Rowena Ravenclaw, maybe? Shay, then why did you say that? I thought I would say Princess Peach when I did. You can be Baby Peach and I'll be Rotting Bruce Peach. I'm one of those non-toxic Harry Potter book fans. I love the movies too, but there was a couple of scenes that I was very... You know what's one of the things that I was really disappointed about? Spoiler, guys. I'm going to be saying a spoiler in about 10 seconds, so you better mute me right now. I'll let you know when I'm back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When they didn't kill Peter Pettigrew in the movies. That is the one fucking thing that kills me the most about all the movies. Is like you let one of the biggest villains in Harry Potter history walk away. And don't give me that whole Dobby shit from the last one. That was barely anything. I wanted to see him go out properly, and that never happened. Bullshit, in my opinion. I'll stand by that too. Bullshit. No, the makeup looked practical. Some of our work, not a lot of CGI, but okay. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I like hearing that. I never played the game, but I'm really liking the show of The Last of Us. I have not played the game either. So yeah, I'm liking it too. Last of Us is the best video game adaptation ever made. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Mario, though, so that might change for me. You are so silly, Shay, but yes, a little BG. I love it. Baby Peach. Baby little Peach. That's so cool. You know who I'd want, though, if I was to get sent a plush from Super Mario World? Take a guess. Just take an actual guess. Whoever guesses it first knows me best. They did. I couldn't, you know, I would hope so. I don't know if it was a deleted scene. No, it wasn't, because I remember watching the deleted scenes and they never showed it. But yeah, no, in the book, yeah, Voldemort takes him out with his own hand that he made. It was wasted potential. No, not Bowser. Nope. I liked Mario and The Last of Us, but I still think Silent Hill was badass. Silent Hill was pretty fun. I wouldn't say it's probably my favorite video game adaptation though. Nope, not Toad. Nope, it's not Toad. Okay, so we got Bowser and Toad out of the way. Nope, not yet. The one that bothers me the most is not seeing Neville's parents at Saint nope, not Wario. Yes, Teddy Mac. Yes, it is Yoshi. Yoshi is the one I would want to be sent. Yoshi is my boy. My dude. Fucking love Yoshi. I used to play Yoshi's Story for 64 all the time. Every time I'd get Yoshi in the game, I would be so happy. And then cry when I had to kill him. I love Pink Yoshi, to be honest with you. I know that might sound weird, but I love Pink Yoshi. I actually have a pink yarn Yoshi somewhere in this house. Yeah. Yoshi is Mario's trusted steed. Fuck yeah. Oh god, I love Yoshi so much. Blue and Pink Yoshi are two of my favorites. Finally added my nickname at the end of the regular name. Cool. I appreciate that. Mike Morse Maniac. That is dope. I will say my Mario Kart main is Pink Shy Guy. Oh, that's cool. Shy Guy is cool, dude. I've always loved Shy Guy. I heard Pink Yoshi was just regular Yoshi, but skinned. I mean, kind of, yeah. I'm slightly colorblind, so I had no idea there was a Pink Yoshi. Yep, there is a Pink Yoshi. There's a yellow, pink, green, blue, red. Lakitu? I'm gonna have to look that up right now. Lakitu Mario. Ah, that little guy, the Four Eyes guy. No, glasses. I shouldn't say that because I'm wearing glasses. Awesome. I like him. He's cool. He's a pain in the ass though when you fight him in the old games though. I appreciate that, man. I like that. That's humbling when someone actually puts Maniac on their name. Fucking love that. Thank you so much. That was a good name for the fan base. The Maniacs. I love that nickname. That was the perfect. It was better than Movie Friends. Movie Friends always bothered me. It just felt meh. In Smash though, my main is Peach. Captain Falcon. I'm feeling real toxic Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is fun, man. I've always liked Jigglypuff. Especially in the old show where she would sing and put people to sleep. I love that shit. Now, I'd go with Yoshi, number 1. Always loved Yoshi. Number 2, I'm trying to think of who sticks with me. I've always been a fan of Donkey Kong. I used to watch that. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show. That show that came out about Donkey Kong. No one really knows about it. There was a show. Not Donkey Kong Country. Oh my god. Was it 1983? No, that's not the show. Nope, not that one. There it is. It was it called Donkey Kong Country 1997? I used to watch this. I'm not even joking. We used to have a VHS. It was like a yellow VHS and everything, and it had Donkey. I've always liked it. I don't know what it was. It was bad, but it was opening up some deep hidden memories right there. If you wear 3 pairs of glasses, you would be 8 Eyes and be Spider-Man. Jigglypuff and Smash Bros. Is so toxic, though. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I used to play as Mewtwo a lot. Smash Bros. Melee, I think is what the game was called for the GameCube. Yeah, we used to play that one a lot. Remember getting Mewtwo. Me and my brother. Remember when we first we didn't look up anything about games. Obviously we didn't because I don't think computers were that popular back then. They were popular, but they weren't like everything. And we would just play the games and be surprised, right? I miss those days where you didn't have to worry about spoilers for games. You would just be playing and you would unlock a character, and when Mewtwo came up, me and my brother lost it because we were already such big Pokemon fans, and we were playing Melee, and he just popped up and he was our enemy. We were like, oh my god, we're about to unlock Mewtwo. It was the coolest feeling. Melee is my favorite. That was the Smash Bros. And tournaments. I only do Melee tournament. Yeah. Yeah, I played the new Smash Bros. For the Switch, and for some reason, it's good. It's a good game, but it's like Melee. There's something so nostalgic about Melee, and so good about Melee. I can't describe it. Was Jigglypuff the one who sucked everyone, or was that Kirby? That was Kirby. Jigglypuff is the one who sings and puts people to sleep. Kirby, I've always been kind of a fan of Kirby too. I like Kirby. Yeah, man, I love talking about Nintendo. Brings a smile to my face. Anything Nintendo is almost just awesome. I am a more recent fan of Legend of Zelda. I like the new Smash, but Melee is my goat. Yeah, I mean, I'm a demon on the stakes. I have no doubt. I've always wanted to do. Maybe I'll start doing this in the future at some point if I continue to do what I do for YouTube. But like doing like gaming tournaments with my buddies and everything, and playing Smash Bros. For like the Switch and stuff would be so much fun. What is your favorite Pokemon? Mine is Lucario. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Always been a fan, always will be. He's just so cool. He's always been my starter Pokemon in the original Indigo stuff. I'd go Bulbasaur and then Gengar. Lucario is a pretty big fan favorite for sure. What about you guys? You guys have any favorite Pokemon? Like if you could pick any Pokemon in the entire Pokemon world that could be real and stand next to you for the rest of your life, who would you pick? Mine would be Bulbasaur. Jigglypuff versus Kirby was like Vegeta versus Goku. Yeah. It'd either be Bulbasaur or Venusaur. I like either one. I think that those would be really cool. Though I'm not going to lie, since I do like ghost reactions and stuff, seeing a Gengar react to those kind of things with me, could you imagine? Oh my goodness. Imagine that right now. If Pokemon existed, I would have a Gengar here reacting to ghost videos with me. How badass would that be? That is a dream right now. That is a goal. It's going to happen. I will make it happen. I'm an Espeon and Umbreon gal myself. Fuck yeah. I have a few favorite Pokemon. Should I make a list? Yes, go for it. Jigglypuff put everyone to sleep with his singing, with her singing, and would drop on people's faces. Yes, she would. If you fell asleep during your song, beware. Be wary. I actually made a dream team once. Maybe that'd be a fun video to do for like a Patreon or member exclusive video. Talk about Pokemon and stuff and maybe like come up with their own dream teams. I'd be down for that, man. I have my dream team already in my head. My dream team of all time would be... I'm not going to go... Because by now, I think my Bulbasaur would be evolved to a Venusaur, so I'm going to go ahead and say Venusaur. Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon, but Venusaur, I love regardless. So Venusaur, Electabuzz, Magmar, Gengar, Zoroark, and 6 Pokemon is tops, I think. You have to have 6 Pokemon, so... I think my last one was... Golduck. Venusaur, Magmar, Electabuzz, Gengar, and, yeah. I forget the last one already. Now, that Pokemon Stadium is on Switch. I know! Oh my gosh, my friend sent me that. Yeah, he sent me a fucking screenshot, and I'm like, Pokemon Stadium is going to be online for the Switch? Oh my goodness. That is the most pumped I have been hearing about a game for the Switch in a long long time. I am so fucking happy that they did that. Hey, Marissa, thank you so much for hopping on in. Glad you could make it to the live stream. I just hurt my hand doing that. Jigglypuff could have put Ambien out of business and instead went around fighting people. Wasted business opportunity. Dude, Pokemon Stadium, we would play all the time as kids. I remember when me and my buddy went over to, not me and my buddy, my brother, went over to our friend Colton's house, and he introduced us to Pokemon Stadium. And it was either him or my friend Jacob. We were playing Pokemon Stadium, and I remember we went home immediately, and we were, I wouldn't say spoiled, but in a sense we were a little spoiled. And we went and asked our dad, gosh, we got to get that game for 64. And we did. Wobbuffet and Stadium is so cracked. Pokemon Stadium 2? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Pokemon Stadium 2 was fun. In the early 2000s, everyone had Pokemon cards. Oh, yeah. Pokemon cards were like money. Which they are, but... I am home now, safe and sound. You doing well? I am doing okay. Just extremely busy. I'm so hungry. I think tonight for dinner, I'm having chili... that sounds awesome. I like spicy food. So, yeah, now I'm thinking about spicy food. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to be probably getting something to eat here in a bit, 7:25. I have to get off before, like, 9 because I have to take someone to work. I had Tamagotchis in the early 2000s. Hell yeah. You know, I used to watch Digimon back in the day, too, but it's been... Digimon kind of doesn't hold up. Same, I've been on the roll for the past week. Right. Scouse of Horror, how you doing, mate from the UK? I'm in awe of your dynamic style and upfront immediate delivery. As a boomer, I only hope to feel comfortable enough to go live one day. Mega weekend to everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining Scouse of Horror. I love the name, by the way, and thank you so much for making it here. Still here, LOL. Yes, I'm still here. I am still alive. Don't worry, I'm here. How are you guys doing, by the way, for the people who hopped on in? I had a boring pita wrap for dinner with spicy chicken. It was... Oh, fuck, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. I want something spicy now. And by the way, I appreciate you saying that about my dynamic style. I feel like I have some dynamic style. You should get some barbecue ribs. Here's the thing. I'm not a fan of ribs. I'm not that big of a fan of ribs. I'll take ribs over roast. But I've never been that big of a fan. I've always liked chicken breasts with hot sauce. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I'm boring. I'm okay. I had a fight with my doctor this morning trying to get my new pain meds, but it's all good. I got everything that I need. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry you got in a fight with your doctor, though. That's fucked up. Not even dinner here. Stop it with the food talk. I know. Chili sounds good, by the way. Anyone with had Cincinnati chili? I have not had Cincinnati chili. I love to cook. Always say cooking for people is one of my love languages. You know, I need to get better at cooking. I do. Actually, remember that one time I made that video about how I made my my special snack food, my guilty pleasure food, the chili ramen? Would you guys be interested in more of those videos? Chili ramen and stuff? Not like chili ramen, but like stuff I make, just that I make behind the scenes. Me too, but I would love for some steak right now. Steak is probably the king of all meats. I have a lot of respect for vegetarians. I don't know how they can do it. I really don't. I'm sitting there and I tried. I really tried to get healthier by eating nothing but vegetables, and I lasted like maybe 5 days. It was tough, man. It's a tough deal. Hey, welcome to Maniac with a Machete. Oh, thank you so much. Guys, we have gained 7 members this week. 7 fucking members. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, the more people who hop on and become a member will ensure that maybe by the end of 2025 or the beginning of 2025, I could be doing more original content for you guys. So, much love and much appreciation for anybody who will go the extra mile for me. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Maniac with a Machete. You didn't even go for the smallest one. You went for the medium-sized one, dude. Thank you so much. I was vegetarian for almost 10 years. When I went back to eating meat, I got so sick. I have no doubt. You know what's funny about that, Peachy? And it's not a funny situation. It's actually really sucky, but I stopped drinking soda, right? And I actually had a soda, tried one not too long ago, and it tasted like shit to me. So I had stopped drinking soda for like 4 or 5 years, right? And I just I had one because I was like really thirsty, and it just tasted so bad to me. Because I normally only drink coffee and water now. I need to go update Patreon. See y'all in a minute. Oh, you don't have to do that, man. Please don't overdo yourself. I appreciate it, but please, I say that the less you donate, I feel like the more people will gain. Some people really want to go the extra mile and donate like $10 a month, and I'm not asking that. It's an option, but I'm not asking that because I know people will leave at some point. I always say, if you're gonna donate like $1 or $2 a month at most, so you guys don't feel like you're overwhelming yourself. I would rather you guys stick around on those for a long time instead of paying like $20 to $30 for a couple months and then leaving because you think you're overspending. I always recommend just go the minimum. I always say that. Just go the minimum. If you really want to support me, make sure that we do original content in the future. I can bring my friends on and do original content. Please go the bare minimum. For if you want to help me out, it means so much to me that you would do that for me. But please don't push it. Please don't overdo it. All I drink is water and tea. You're good. I'm working now. Okay, but still, please don't push it, man. I love and appreciate you, but don't overdo it. In the meat's defense, I went bacon cheese. Oh yeah, that will do it. A bacon cheeseburger. Woo! You must have been like Tony Stark when he in the first Iron Man when he got back to the U.S. He had like a giant burger. I'm not lessening my donations. I appreciate you, Carolyn. You've always been a supporter to me, and I always appreciate. I appreciate the hell out of you. Carolyn's the only and first fan we've ever met in person. I'm hoping to meet more of you guys at some point, and I'll say this right now: if we hit 100,000 subs, I think I'm gonna do a meet and greet somewhere. So let's see how far we get. If we get 100,000 subs, I will do a meet and greet at some point. It will happen for sure. I hope my unemployment situation is short. I've been debating on applying for Walmart recently. Wow, you seen me? LOL, geez. Okay, I'm looking back on your comments. You're not the first person who told me that. I'm trying to catch everybody's comments, but sometimes I miss them, and I feel bad about it. Yeah, that was awesome. That was me. Yes, I just woke up one day and was like, I want a burger, so I went all out. Fuck yeah. You have those hankerings sometimes, too. I remember, not too long ago, I had, a giant ice cream hankering, and I just bought, fucking... How much ice cream did I buy? I bought a lot of ice cream, because I was, really craving it. I was like, oh my god, I haven't had ice cream in a good minute. Sorry, something was scratching at my door. It was one of the cats. That was an awesome day. I really loved meeting you, Carolyn. That was one of the... Definitely a highlight of my YouTube career, I would say, was meeting somebody who actually watched my channel. And the fact that it was, the person who became our first patron, even more special. Seriously, it was cool. Okay, we've done... This is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Literally, that was me today, too. I wanted raspberry ice cream, so... dude, I'm so glad I'm not the only person who likes raspberry ice cream. Everybody's like, I'll never, seek out raspberry ice cream, and I'm like, it's fucking good, man. I love raspberry ice cream. I love fruity ice cream. I love ice cream that's fruity. Strawberry, raspberry, I even like cherry if the cherries are not, giant cherries inside there. I don't like when people put, cherries actually inside the ice cream. I just think it's, it's good when it's actually just ice cream and not, the fruits all mixed in with it. Mint chocolate chip is one of my favorites, too, yeah. I like a lot of ice cream no one likes. I even like cereal no one likes. I like Raisin Bran. I want chocolate malt right now. Yeah, chocolate malt. There you go. It's the best ice cream. They have raspberry white chocolate. Oh. Raspberry white chocolate swirl ice cream. Oh, my goodness. I got an Oreo ice cream and snow cone of lime and blue raspberry. Blue raspberry. Nice, nice. Hell yeah. Fuck, I love ice cream. You can't really go wrong with ice cream. Ice cream is ice cream, and it's always going to be pleasantly okay at some point. I mean, there's probably some shitty ice creams out there. I feel like one of my least favorites was... I can't even think of one. Can't even think of, one of my least favorites. I used to love Raisin Bran as a kid, and then I saw Creepshow, and I thought it was... a Bugs was... there you go. Okay, food talk is my favorite pastime. Yeah, food talk is pretty good. Horror movies and food talk, one of the best. If you love it, you'll like this channel because that's what we like to talk about. Food and horror movies. I will never do a mukbang. Don't ask me. I won't do a mukbang. Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do one. I'll be like, One and only mukbang video by me. I'm not a rum and raisin ice cream fan, to be honest. I don't think I've had rum and raisin ice cream. Cinnamon ice cream. Ooh, I love Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms. I do love my Lucky Charms. Not so big on Fruit Loops, but I love Lucky Charms. I want to get hammered on rum ice cream. Food and horror, best combination. It really is. You can't go wrong with food and ice cream. Food and horror movies, my bad. Oh my god, cinnamon ice cream, yes. I don't think I've ever had cinnamon ice cream. I might have to give that a shot now that you guys are really praising it. Okay, food talk is my pastime. I like ice cream, but I can only tolerate a scoop or two before stomach says no. Cinnamon ice cream, dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can go down on ice cream. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. If I'm really enjoying the ice cream, I'm probably gonna fucking finish it. Cocoa Krispies, there you go. I like Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, I like Fruity Pebbles more. I'm just a big fan of the fruity stuff. I want a funnel cake. I haven't had a funnel cake in years. I've also tried to cut back on a lot of the sweets. Like, ice cream is like one of those things. Milkshakes, I'll have the milkshake or ice cream if it's offered to me, but do you prefer DC or Marvel? Believe it or not, I think I'm more of a DC fan at the end of the day. French vanilla ice cream was with cinnamon. I just feel like Marvel kind of... I feel like they're aiming too hard with the comedy and less of the action and superhero stuff. I feel like it's just trying to be more funny than anything, and I heard a lot of bad things about not Ragnarok, Love and Thunder, Thor Love and Thunder. I don't know. I just lost interest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to be honest with you. Anything that turns milk chocolate and doesn't drink milk chocolate after. The breakfast this morning was glazed donut and ice cold brew coffee. Ooh, nice. I'm hungry now, thanks. That's gonna happen. when you listen to this chat, it's gonna happen. But if I was to be honest with you, right now I'm in the mood for General Tso's chicken. I want something spicy. Oh yeah, sherbet ice cream. That's pretty good. Yep, orange. Yep. Now I want a triple scoop of hot fudge sundae and chocolate ice cream. And oh god, I've been out cutting back as well, trying to get back in shape so I can jump back into the date. You can go into the dating scene. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can be in the dating scene. What? I'm not gonna lie, I'm self-conscious about myself too. I hate the way I look. So it's not like I can't argue. I know, sounds gross, but lavender ice cream. I don't think I've ever had lavender ice cream. That's interesting. Oh, by the way, hit that like button, guys, if you're hopping on in here. I have not hit it yet. Mine's... Oh, dude, I love pickles. I annoy my other half. Dude, fucking pickles, man. Woo! I had pickles. I had a couple pickles yesterday, actually. I love pickles, man. I don't care what anybody says. Pickles are a God-given gift. That made my mouth water, actually, when you said pickles. You know, some flavors sound gross, but probably taste amazing. Oh, no doubt. No, lavender is so yummy, Bernetta. I make Earl Grey lavender cake. Oh, man. Okay, that's a hot fudge sundae. Now, not the sweet... Ooh, no, not sweet pickles. Bread and butter? Ooh, no. No, thank you. I have lost some weight recently, and I've been sick and wanted to lose it, but hey, at least it's happening. I had lavender ice cream at a Korean. I have never been to a Korean restaurant. I would love to go someday. Red velvet cake? I would. I like red velvet. I'm just allergic to it, so I can't eat it. Dill pick. Oh, God. Pickles are a God-given gift. I know, like, I like red velvet so much, but I can't have it. Yeah, it sucks. Watermelon's good. I like watermelon. I like eating watermelon fresh, though. I'm a big pineapple guy, too. I could eat pineapple all fucking day. My mom used to make the best homemade dill pickles. Oh, God. I want homemade dill pickles, too. Jordan Korean fried chicken is the best. Oh, my God. I got to get ready for work. Thank goodness. I actually have Saturday off from from Target. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. You're off tomorrow. So nice. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great day at work. Hopefully it goes by fast and swift and everything. Pickles with Tangerine yum. I don't think I've had it with Tangerine. I want to try deep fried pickles. I've never had deep fried pickles. Chocolate covered strawberries. My mom makes homemade dill pickles and stores them all. I've never been a pickle guy. Understandable, but I love pickles. Oh my goodness. I'm getting hungry. I might have to end the live stream like soon because I'm getting that hungry. I don't know if I can handle this. I'm a big pickle guy. I even like the fucking chips. The pickle chips. Yeah, I even like those. Pizza is always good. I love pineapple pizza. I don't care what anybody says. If you don't like me for that, sorry. I can eat Hawaiian pizza. Oh, yeah. Fried pickles are good. And I'm going to say right now, Hawaiian pizza is a God-given gift. Just like pickles. I used to hate olives. Now I love them. Well, guys, we seem to have moved from sweet to savory. Meat Lovers is pretty good. I like Supreme. Anyone have fries on their pizza? I've never had French fries on my pizza. Just a good old-fashioned Supreme pizza is what I like. I love Supreme. I love everything on it. I love the peppers. I love the tomato. Well, the tomatoes can be put on pizza. Yeah. It's good shit, man. I don't care what anybody says. It's good shit. Pizza's amazing in general, though. Like, you can't really go wrong. Some restaurants probably make it shitty, but no jalapenos, no ancho. Oh, God, I love jalapenos on my pizza. Oh, my goodness. Woo! Woo! Hawaiian pizza with pickled red bell pepper. Oh, God. The Italians, and I love it. I love it so much. Maybe I need to do a mukbang one of these days, and you guys can just watch me eat. Stuff my face with some good food. Because you guys are making me hungry all the time talking about that. Papa John's or Domino's? I'm going to go with Domino's. Yeah. I'm going to go with Domino's. Domino's, dude, really nails it almost every time. It's one of those rare restaurants where it's like almost every time you get some decent pizza. Or fancy pizza with the goat cheese and sun-dried tomato. You wouldn't do a mukbang. No, you see, I'm not really a fan of mukbangs because I'm a guy who lost a lot of weight. So, like, I just don't like shoving food in my face on camera. And I don't want it to come off like I'm influencing people to do mukbangs, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're not healthy to do. At the end of the day, they're just not. Not trying to hate on anybody who does them. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a couple mukbangs where I'm like my mouth gets watery because I'm like, damn, that looks pretty damn good. Looking at the food, not watching him eat, just looking at the food, it's just, But, yeah. Korean food in general is amazing. Korean corn dogs, oh my God. Korean corn dogs, I didn't even know there was a thing. Papa John's all the way. Ooh, nice. I love Domino's, man. I fucking love Domino's. Ramen or pho? I'm going to say ramen because ramen has always been a go-to to me. Domino because Papa John served me undercooked pizza. You know what? Sometimes those places can mess up here and there. It's okay. It's understandable. It's like they have a lot of customers. I get it. I have Domino's pizza in the fridge. Fucking amazing. Not all mukbangs are crazy amount of food or even unhealthy food, to be fair. That's very true. That's very true. I haven't seen any of the healthier food ones. I've only seen the bad, unhealthy ones. Normally the one person who keeps coming up on my fucking feed is Nikocado Avocado. And of course, everything that guy eats is practically all. I mean, if it's even anything remotely healthy, the guy freaks out. So all his stuff is like the unhealthiest of unhealthiest things you could like eat. And he has like 10 to 20 of them in one mukbang. All right, Marissa, we'll have a great afternoon. Thank you so much for hopping on in. I'm not sure if I'll be on later. I think we're hitting the 2-hour mark right now, which is awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. Might hop on later if you're on. Teddy, yes, we do have pizza here. I have to get ready to take my bro to work, so. And again, thank you guys for the donations and becoming a member. Again, Jimmy, I appreciate you, man. I only get my pizza from local shops, to be honest. You know what? Local shops do a really good job at making pizza. Isn't that so cool? Pineapple pizza was invented in your town. Okay, talk to me when you're free. Goodbye. All right, Marissa, have a great afternoon. See you later. I normally try to get less well-known chain pizza places. Yeah, I think they do better, honestly, the less-known ones. Like, they put a lot of passion into it, right? There's an amazing restaurant here called Mellow Mushroom. Oh, that's an amazing name for a pizza joint. Mellow Mushroom. Domino's screwed me royally 3 times in a row. Crust was overcooked and burnt in the last 2 bits. It sounds like you just have a terrible Domino's around you. Yeah. It sounds like the Domino's just had terrible employees who make the pizza. Because not all Domino's do that. Like, a lot of Domino's I've been to, especially around here, have been pretty good. So, like, the fact that you've dealt with that 3 times now is fucking crazy. I love going to Hell's Kitchen when I go to Vegas. I've never been to Hell's Kitchen. That is awesome. You are lucky. I've never been to Vegas either. In 2002, when I was literally a small kid, me and my friend stole his mom's cigarettes and eat it in the smoking and sat in the smoking section of pizza, but smoking and eating pizza. Oh my gosh. Little Caesars screwed up my order, not going there again. Little Caesars is kind of a run-of-the-mill pizza place, kind of like Pizza Hut in my opinion. It's just it's there to be there. It's kind of like, you know, get in and get out pizza place. You want the places that take their time making it, right? That's what you want, because they're putting a lot of hard work into making that pizza, and it's gonna probably come out awesome. But with like Pizza Hut and stuff, it feels like a second and then they're already done. I've never been Beef Wellington either. I want to so bad. I will hopefully be going to Vegas TwitchCon this year. Oh, that's awesome. You're going to have to take some pictures, Peachy, and send them. That's awesome. I hope you have fun at TwitchCon. Hell yeah. Not going to lie, I'm kind of glad you can't smoke in restaurants in England now. I have nothing against smokers. I mean, if you smoke, you smoke. It is what it is. But, like, I don't think you need to smoke inside, you know, public places. I don't think you need to. Carolyn, you have to try and go there one time. It's so worth it. I am now hungry. My stomach is hurting now from after that talk. And if you have not, hit that like button, guys. I see more people hopping on. And hit that like button for me really quick. Get this up to 40 likes, at least. Why did the restaurant hire a pig? Because he was good at bacon. Yeah, ha ha ha. Ha ha! The older I get, the more I just think smoking is a bad idea. It is a bad idea. I mean, it's unhealthy, but I don't judge people who smoke. I will, of course, go every year. Last year was my first TwitchCon in history. Not going. Wow. What about I've never been to an In-N-Out Burger in my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. In-N-Out Burger is good, but I prefer Whataburger. I mean, I think the one we had closest to us, which was in like Columbus or Cincinnati, closed recently. Like, they shut it down. All right, guys, we are at the 2-hour mark. It's been a fun live stream. I really appreciate every single one of you hopping on in. I'm hungry now, so I'm thinking about going downstairs and getting something to eat. Shaz just hopped on in. One sec. Shaz hopped on in, so I'm not ending it yet. What's ghost hunting equipment? What ghost hunting would you give me if you start doing investigations besides cameras? Well, obviously the cameras were to be number one, obviously. But, like, the ghost hunting equipment, I would probably get I would love to get the spirit box, if I was to be honest. Spirit box would probably be one of the ones I'd get. I would get a EMF reader. I think that would be important to get. And probably a small recorder for EVPs sessions. So I think those 3 would be the main things I'd get. Everything else I'll debate later on, but those 3 I definitely want to get. Can't really discuss, like, you know, thermal imaging cameras. Yeah, those are, like, insanely expensive, but for starters, I think those will be just fine. Have you ever seen... I have not seen the Good Burger movie. No. I have not seen it. I've heard about it. Don't need an out. Don't need in and out. Whataburger rules. End of story. What does anyone think of ghost hunting apps? They're sketchy to me, man. They are sketchy to me. I don't know if I trust ghost hunting apps personally. And the only reason why I don't is because that would not be an easy thing to... That would be a very easy thing to kind of mess with, in a sense. Do you know what I'm getting at? Like, there's already a lot of people who think that people are spying on you through phones and everything. Like, there's cameras and stuff, and maybe they are, but, like, you know. But, like, it wouldn't be that crazy to think that maybe they can manipulate with an app to make it sound like exactly what you want to hear. Do you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's not 100%, but I just personally don't 100% believe them. They are making a second Good Burger movie after 30 years. I heard about that. I don't buy them. Yeah, I just don't buy the Spirit app, the apps. I'd rather just get one that's not an app and connect it to my phone. The only thing I'll ever use my phone for in an investigation is a flashlight, if need be. How long have you been on Incredible, Jordan? I've only been on for about 2 hours now. But that's probably a good stopping point, because I definitely have to get ready to take my bro into work. And, well, I need to go get something to eat because I am now starving. But again, hopefully we start doing ghost original content here soon. I would love to start doing ghost hunting and stuff. So yeah, if you have not, support me in any sort of way. Member or patron, the more the merrier. The closer, the sooner we hit our goals, the sooner I can start doing original content, get my friends involved, and all that stuff. So the only way to get that going is to get more people involved. So I appreciate it. If you have not already heard it, I'm sure you have. But yeah, the recorder that most ghost hunters use is the DR60, but they are hard to find, and when you do, it's around $4,000. Yeah. Being Texan, there are 3 things I remember: Whataburger Rules, football, and Alamo. I was about to go to the Alamo. Michael and them went to the Alamo. I missed out on going because I was at the hotel filming a video on my phone when we went to Texas. You went to San Antonio last year? I think we went to San Antonio, I think. Yeah. I think we stayed the night there. Oh, your Burger King was awesome? Nice, man. Nice. All right, guys, I think this is a good stopping point for the live stream. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody who hopped on in, became a member, and even donated to my channel. I appreciate it. Every bit counts and every bit helps. So thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, continue to share the content, continue to follow me on all the social media platforms and everything. It was a good talk, guys. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will check you guys out later. Goodbye, Mike. Goodbye, Michael. Carolyn, see you. Peachy, have a good night. Cheyenne, thank you so much for making it. Lone Fire, thank you so much for making it too. You were a badass. Everybody, I appreciate you, and have a good night, guys. All right, I'm going to go get something to eat now.